Alright, I'm going to do a beef stroganoff today with rice, and I've done rice two ways. I'll go back to the first way of doing it, where I'll do 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water. Just leave that out to remind me to top that up. Just do the usual to wash the rice. You know, I used to make this beef stroganoff kind of this way in the in a restaurant I worked in Glasgow. It was really nice. Quite like this. This method. I got some sirloin steak. I pretty much never buy a sirloin steak and just fry it and eat it. I always tend to do something with it. I tend to usually cut it in half and use half and half for 2 different meals. It's like £4 something for 1 steak, so I can get 2 dinners out of that. It's it's a bit better value. We put some turmeric in this rice actually. Yeah, I will do. Why not? It makes it go a wee bit sort of. You put the turmeric in, it makes it go a wee bit kind of clumpy, a wee bit. It sticks together a wee bit more, but then you get the benefits of the turmeric, so you can just live with that. Just keep doing this until it you can see it's getting clear. Got all that done. So I did a heaped ramekin. So we'll do 2. And a wee touch more because I did a heat. So I should get that onto the heat. I'm going to need paprika and turmeric, and why not put a wee bit of mixed herbs through the rice as well. Just my herb mix. Why not? Just it does no harm. Lid on that. Okay. Onion. Stroganoff and cream as well. We've got mustard in it as well, I think. this tomato puree. Think about the tomato puree, I'm not sure about that. So what I'll do is the last time I used my plastic chopping board for meat, it looked terrible, so pop that in the bin. It's about 30 years old or something, so not quite, but we'll use a different chopping board this time. Got this for a birthday present actually. I know it says fish, but I'm going to do meat on it. So I'm going to cut this in half, and I'm going to make 2 portions out of it. Just take the fat off it. See, I think this was about £4.20, so if you can get 2 meals out of it rather than just one, then you know, it's pretty good value. And it doesn't take long to cook this, so it'll basically just be like a stir fry. Take some of the meat out of this fatty bit here. There's not much meat in that. Because it's not going to cook for very long, you want to take some of these bigger bits of fat out. Do it. I like it fairly small. As I mentioned before, if you've got chunks of meat that are too big, just don't want it to boil over. If you've got chunks of meat that are too big, the first thing you do with them, they're all nicely coated in the sauce and the spices or whatnot. The first thing you do with them is cut through them when you're eating it, and then you end up with this big side of of meat that doesn't have any sauce on it. It's a bit tasteless. So I don't have much smoked paprika. What I want to try is coating the beef in smoked paprika first of all, but I don't have very much. And I've got, I'll tell you what I'll do actually, I'll put it all on. I was going to do both portions, but there's not quite enough. So I was going to put the smoked paprika in both of these and then let one marinate overnight, but I don't quite have enough, so I'll put all of it onto one, and I'll buy some more smoked paprika and I'll do it for that, because I think I'm just going to make the same, or maybe I won't now, maybe I'll do something different with that end. And that, it's ready to be used. Just don't want that to boil over, it's really annoying when it boils over. Stick that pan on the heat. The heat on that pan rather. mushrooms, of course, are your main vegetables. I forgot about that. So I'm basically just going to fry everything up at the same time. Add some, so I put smoked paprika onto the meat, but I'll put some, I'll put normal paprika on as well. Running out of that, but I've got some more. Just turn that down a wee bit. In any hurry, so it won't take very long. An onion from a couple of days ago, and you're not supposed to put a sliced onion. You're not supposed to store a sliced onion. Either use it straight away or throw it in the bin. But I've been doing this for years and it's never done me any harm. The green bits on the onions can be a bit chewy. See, that's green. It can be a wee bit chewy. Not very nice. So bin that. Onions. Looking up some recipes for this yesterday, just out of interest, and we're putting beef stock in it and stuff, so maybe put a wee touch of beef stock in it. We'll see in a minute. When it comes to kind of like a stir fry like this, I do like to, although I can kind of do stuff fairly quickly, I can chop things fairly quickly, and I do like to get everything ready before I start cooking, because it just means that there's less chance of you forgetting something and then you have to kind of quickly go and chop up forget the garlic or something. You've got to go and quickly do the garlic, and while you're doing that the stir fry is kind of burning, overcooking and whatnot, so it's good to get everything ready. Because the actual cooking time won't take long. You know, that's sirloin steak, so it'll be fairly quick. So good. So as I mentioned before, I don't puree the garlic too fine to get the liquid out of it, because it'll be too strong. Or it'll be very strong, and so you could use less, but I want to use kind of more garlic and cook it lightly. So it's kind of better for you, it's good for you. The less you cook garlic, the healthier it is for you. So I think that raw garlic is actually quite good for you. Better for you than cooked garlic, I think. And so therefore I'm going to put 2 cloves in, chop it fairly roughly like that, and then put it in near the end after I kind of create the sauce, just so you're getting quite a lot of garlic and it's lightly cooked, just to kind of, you know, make the most out of its kind of health benefits lemon might be nice at the end as well, actually. Squeeze a lemon into it. Actually, I need to use that again. So I think we're about ready to start cooking. Still hear the rice bubbling, so it's not ready yet. That we mix that. I'll do that in a second. Okay. Start cooking this then. Just vegetable oil. Just going to start the beef cooking. So that's the beef with the smoked paprika on it. Okay, a wee bit of a sear onto that. Smells really good already. To the cat. Right. I'll put the chilies in just now. Maybe sneeze. So I think you can see that the water's gone. There's a wee tiny touch of water just kind of bubbling very slightly at the bottom there. But the residual heat from this, from the hob, will just finish that off nicely. So that rice is done. It's a ceramic hob. I mentioned before it's ceramic, it's not induction. So once you when you turn the heat off, there's still residual heat there. It's part of the reason that I didn't get an induction hob. I didn't really understand the point of an induction hob. These chilies are quite strong. I didn't really understand the point of an induction hob because I use the residual heat. Like for this, I'll use that. And residual heat's kind of useful, so I don't know why you'd not want it. I've got copper pans, and I do use them from time to time. I don't think I've used them actually on any videos so far. Just going to double check that I actually saw them. I've got some copper pans there, and I don't think they work on the induction hob because they're not magnetic. I think it has to be magnetic to work on the induction. Okay. So I'm now going to put tomatoes and the garlic in. And so a bit of paprika. Just normal paprika. Put a fair amount in, don't skimp. Touch of water. A spoonful of my really out of date mustard. Beef stock. Let's think beef stock actually. I do have beef stock. I do. Oh no, I don't do it. No, I've only got ham and no beef. Ah, okay. Let's put a wee touch of vegetable stock in instead then. Just to give it a wee oomph. It's that vegetable bouillon powder, just a wee bit of that. Just mix that through it. It will just give a bit of depth to the flavour, it will richen it a wee bit. A wee touch more water in to help dissolve that. Turn the heat right up to full and reduce that water down a wee bit. And then basically once that water's reduced down, and I'll put the cream in, and then that'll just finish it off. But that water will help dissolve the spices. It will help kind of bring everything together, dissolve the stock, dissolve the dissolve the mustard, and then the cream will finish it off at the end. Tomato puree, I won't bother with the tomato puree, I'll maybe do that tomorrow, see without it. I think maybe with the vegetable stock, that'll give it enough kind of body and richness, and we shouldn't really need the, could do without the tomato puree. Well, I didn't put brandy in it. Usually you would do the, normally you would do you'd fry the beef and then add some brandy, burn that off, flambe, but I haven't got any brandy, so that's why I didn't do that. I would normally do that. So you can see that liquid is disappearing now, it's reducing, excuse me, it's reducing right down. What I'll do is, let's fork through this rice. Rice is a wee bit kind of wet, a wee bit sticky, but it's alright. And as per usual, I'm going to reheat this rice, so I want to get it cooled as quick as possible. That's actually perfect. And get that cooled as quick as possible. So I'm just going to leave it there. So it doesn't dry out too much. That'll be in the fridge within an hour. And just finish this off with a wee bit of cream. You don't want to cook that too much. You don't want to reduce the cream too much. Just want to just let it bubble, and that's it done. Put a bit of lemon juice in, take it off the heat. Bit of lemon into it, and it'll cut through it nicely. I don't think there's any seeds in this, which is good. There's a seed there. As soon as I say that, there's a flipping seed. There's another seed there. Another one. Should have put it through my fingers, shouldn't I? I'll break my teeth in these flipping seeds one day. Finish it off with the parsley. So that's you there. It's a nice bit of beef stroganoff, paprika, garlic, a bit of mustard, a bit of vegetable stock, cream, lemon. Use both smoked paprika on the meat and then normal paprika or unsmoked paprika through the sauce. That's really good. Get the garlic coming through as well. Yep. So it's quite a good way to use up a sirloin steak, and it means that it's just a more economical way of using it. Rather than having £4 worth of steak in one dinner, you can get make it be a bit healthier with the vegetables. And probably get the cream and stuff, but you know, it's still healthier than not having vegetables. But it's quite a good way to, that's the way that I would always kind of eat a steak, is like that, through a stir fry or through some kind of a dish like that. And again, that's really hot, so not in any hurry. Just means you can clean down while you're waiting, and as usual, I'll refill that spice jar. I'm going to give that to my cat because he quite enjoys that. And then that's you. So that's done. That's a plate of food in a cleanish kitchen, and that's done. So that's your bit of smoked paprika with your turmeric and herb rice. Done.